uh, Indo and all these other countries, everybody chews the shit out of it. Even kids chew it.
Oh.
Yeah. And they spit it out. It's like, and their mouth's all stained red. So if you ever see anyone stained red mouth, because I've seen that in Thailand a few times. I may or may not have met a massage person that had a red mouth. And I was like, what is that?
Oh, don't hit back.
Patreon.com/Ellis, mate. Tons of free shows. I mean, not free. My balls is totally moving. The way they groove me. Not that we can't break through. I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire. Ready to take us through the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is a nice lady? She is really nice. All hail the king of the West. 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 Hello. Jason Ellis Show, just in case you didn't know. Look, I got a Jason Ellis Show t-shirt on.
Just in case you forget.
Yeah, I know where I'm at. Do you? You can, I don't know if they might have sold it. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, I've got one. Yeah, we're all here and we're all professional comedians except my wife. So what's
She's-
up, Katie?
We still like you.
When are you going?
I'm not.
You're not going to do it?
No.
No desire.
What about 1 minute of stand-up at my first headlining show?
I mean, I don't know why you're trying to torture me, but
Yes.
That's a yes.
Yeah. Such a good show.
The thought of doing stand-up is torture.
Yeah. No, it's very nerve-wracking. Watching you before you did stand-up was very pleasurable for me. Because it's usually me. I'm the nervous one, and I'm the one everyone's like, "Don't, you'll be okay." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And there you were, shitting yourself. It was fun.
Did that make you feel better?
Fuck yeah, it did.
Nice. Happy to be.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I actually did literally almost shit myself.
Right. Yeah, you got like endless poopies, you say.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because
Yeah.
I get nervous and my stomach rumbles, but there's a certain amount of poo where you run out. He doesn't.
No, because we were trading nervous stories.
Yeah.
And I was like, ever since I got booked and this became like a real thing, like, oh shit, it's not just we're talking about it, this is happening, this is the date. I had been like full on big boy pooping like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And then, while we're waiting in the hallway to go up, I had a poop come on and I didn't go up for an hour and 40 minutes. So I was holding in a fear poop for all that time. And then you said you get super, super cold.
Yeah.
And when the guy came up and he was like, all right, you're going on next. My body temperature raised like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw me, but I was pouring like buckets of sweat and wiping them with my shirt.
Yeah, no, so it was funny.
Yeah, the Dime is not a place somebody wants to take a shit.
Oh God, no.
Great place to drink. Fine place to enjoy comedy.
Is it?
Not a place you want to. I'm being generous.
Yeah.
Not a place you want to shit.
Yeah, I thought he did really good. I knew you would, but obviously I feel like the show, somebody's first time and how you reacted on stage, you were amazing, But I also was like, yeah, of course you've been on stage. You've done comic relief in front of thousands of people. Now you're doing it in front of 50. Like, you're going to be fine. And he did really well. I got video of all of it. My phone cut out in the middle of filming him. So I got to get a new phone, but I missed like 15 seconds, but
hopefully it was a shitty 15 seconds.
You did great. I could tell you were nervous, but you didn't act nervous. You did like he did physical stuff. He was like moving around and talking to the crowd. Very natural. I thought you did excellent.
Thank you.
The whole time I was like, yeah, fine. The whole thing's fine. People were laughing that weren't Jason Ellis Show listeners. You did good.
All I could hear were the Jason Ellis Show listeners
they were
right up front.
next to it, yeah.
And they were very loud, and I saw this row of older people sitting behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And I could tell a lot of my poo-poo pee-pee humor wasn't exactly landing with them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to get these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I got to get him.
And you did.
And I got him.
Yep.
I saw it. There was one guy who had his like arms crossed. He was like, me. And I was
They
like,
do that.
I'm getting you, motherfucker.
Yeah, and you did.
He tried to hold it in, but I saw him smile. I saw him laughing a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I called him out afterwards. I was like, there were people that were laughing at you that weren't fans of the show. You did well. But so I'm filming you and you go, and then I go right after you. And I kind of forgot what I was even going to do because I was just like, I'm filming you and I'm just enjoying how nervous you are. I didn't really think about what I was going to do. And then when I did my set, I've, talked to you afterwards. And then the guy that is the host or whatever, he goes, hey, man, tell your boy next time, when the light goes, the light goes, like I hate that stuff. And I just laughed and I was like, haha. And he goes, no, I seriously, like, it's cool, but just next time in future. And I was like, yeah, okay, dude. And then because I was thinking of other stuff, I just kind of shined it. And then I thought about it later and I was like, wait, what? You shut the fuck up. Like, I did not realize that guy was telling me that you sincerely went past the light. And I'm like, fuck off. Like,
did you run the light?
I got the light.
Finish his fucking bit after you got the light.
I thought that was the thing. Like when the light goes up, you don't just like stop mid-sentence and be like, oh, bye.
No, you don't.
I thought that was like the signal, wrap up the bit you're doing.
Yeah.
And
If you're doing if you're doing a 10-minute set, you get the light around 9 or so.
And he was doing a 7-minute set, so he got the light at like 6 and he probably did like 8. I'm just like, dude, that's not like there was a few people there that went way past the light.
Yeah, one guy
Right?
like ignored it for like he did like double his time. I
Yeah.
think. Where the guy had to like go and sit up front and just like hold it in front of his face.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I see the light, but I'm doing something.
Yeah, so you did not overstep your boundaries. And then some fan was talking to me, and the other guy, the cigarette smoker guy, goes, hey, can you guys move out of the way and stop talking? And I was just like, I'm leaving. Like, you know what? You guys are dicks. Like, those people always rub me the wrong way now. I don't know why, but those two, there's a new one where I was like, don't tell my friend, like, tell him, like, why are you telling me? And why are you telling anyone? I feel like everyone's kind of coked out or hungover or something because it just seemed like an edgy, like you're having a stressful day and you're trying to give me some of it. I'm just like, what? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, so that guy fucking pissed me off. If you're listening or you find it, fuck off, fucking idiot. Give a fuck what you think. Ban me, shithead. So yeah, I got your back, dude. That's fucking stupid. Because you did awesome. And you did exactly what it was very professional. You saw the light and you fucking finished your joke. Be different. I was like, I watched him do 15 minutes after the fact. You didn't TI anybody. You just did like 1 minute of your finishing your material. When you saw the light, I was like, man, and it's his first time. Like, why are you saying this? I still think to myself, maybe he was joking, but I really don't think so. Yeah. So that was a weird thing, but I got video of all of it. But yeah, you did really good. Looking forward to doing the headline show, and you're very professional. You worked on it. You made an effort. It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with my free hand. And it's my it's my bum thumb.
Yeah.
So I saw pictures and I'm I'm standing up there like such a dweeb, like awkwardly holding the mic, and I got like my hand on my thigh. And I was like, all right, I kind of felt I was doing it, so I tried to be a little bit more animated and get a little Italian with my jokes.
Yep. Well, I think you did great. I think it made it look like you were more confident when you were doing a bunch of stuff. Looked like you were in your element.
I was so nervous and terrified that I truly believe I was on the verge of blacking out up there.
Yeah, but that's because you care, and that's why you did well.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate. You got to get real nervous because you want to do real good. You do the best you could in 7 minutes, and you did. So
that's true. Yeah. If you don't get nervous about it, you're either like the golden child or it's probably not for you. Because you do see some people in like a dime type situation where they're like, oh, my turn. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like they don't seem super stressed about it. They tend to really suck.
There's people there that have, Instagram where all their photos are on stage and they're comedians. And, I pointed out to Kevin, somebody that was doing stand-up, and I go, listen to what that person's saying and then imagine it written down as a joke. And then think what you're doing next is going to be way better, because that was fucking terrible. And that person is like, yeah, I'm a comedian too. And I'm like, are you? Because where's the joke? I told Katie some of the joke that I heard. I won't do it because I don't want to bash that person. But
Yeah, we saw some interesting stuff
Had you been
last night.
You've been to the Dime before, right?
Never.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. When I walked in, because I wanted to get there early, because I also didn't know how long of a show it was. Like, I got DM'd the flyer, and it's me and Jason and 2 other people. And I was like, holy shit, there's only 4 people?
Nope.
It was fucking 2.5 hours worth of people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it ends when the bartender kicks everybody out, I think.
yeah.
like, I walked in, I got there super early so I could like look over my set real quick and just give myself a quick refresher. Because that was also that, like, my biggest fear was not like, oh, these jokes are gonna bomb. I was like, I know I'm not gonna go up there and do like Bill Burr shit, but I know I'll do something passable.
Yeah.
The biggest obstacle in my way was my nerves getting the best of me and stammering through my shit, losing my place, and then just forgetting all my stuff.
Yeah. But you
And
didn't.
so when I walk in and the place is empty and I look at the stage and it was like,
A box.
yeah, it was like 2 wooden pallets stacked on top of each other. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then I was also like, man, I'm going to fall off this motherfucker.
That's all right. I saw Eddie Bravo fall off the stage. It was like a pallet stage at his first or second stand-up show.
Yeah.
And he ran the light like a motherfucker.
I bet.
Yeah. You got nothing to worry about.
Nah,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You really don't have anything to worry about. Yeah. So.
I'm looking forward to that getting easier because it
does.
was really fun.
Yeah.
But those nerves.
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah. I agree.
holy shit. Like, honestly, it's probably one of the most terrifying things it's the most terrifying thing I've ever done. Like, I've gone skydiving once. I was shitting my pants about that. This was way scarier. Like, if it was, hey, we'll give you an option. You can go bungee jumping right now for the first time. You can skydive again. You can jump out of a helicopter. You can shoot a bottle rocket out of your dick. Or you can go up on stage and do stand-up. And I would have taken any of the previous options.
Yep. Well, it does get better. Still going to be nervous as shit because it'll be your second time, but
Oh, I believe
a
it.
little bit better every time.
Yeah.
And then, you'll be more nervous because of the crowd, because it'll be bigger in Ontario,
Yeah.
but it'll be more forgiving and even better. You'll just be nervous because there's that much more people. But that was as busy as I've seen the Dime Bar. It was packed. There are a few cute girls doing stand-up, and they had friends to support them. And
Nice.
so it was pretty busy. There was no seating. Like, we were standing in the back because there was nowhere to sit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a standing room only Dime bar, which
Yeah.
is crazy. I cannot stress enough. There's only like 10 seats.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it did really well. Yeah. I don't know why I thought maybe you wouldn't when we first brought it up, but the more I was talking to you about how you're going to do good, and then as soon as you got up there, I was like, oh, yeah, you've done this. You just haven't done it like that official, but you've been on stage. It's like, dance, monkey,
Yeah.
and you've done it. So,
I've never been on stage by myself. Being on stage
Yeah.
with you guys definitely makes it a million times easier. Having like what is a friendly crowd, like people came out to see the Jason Ellis show, and it's like, oh, all we have to do is the Jason Ellis show.
Yeah.
Sick.
oh, that was the other thing when you told the guy, what do you want me to say when you come out? And you go, I'm on the Jason Ellis show, and he goes, what's that? Like, he's like, you did something else, and he's like, I was on the Howard Stern show. So then the guy just says, you've seen him on the Howard Stern show. And I'm like, this guy fucking sucks. Like, I think he thought, say, I'm Jason Ellis's friend or something. Like, the guy's like, what is that? I'm like, it's a fucking show.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big show.
Yeah. And
Well, yeah,
I've done
And he's on it.
and I've done plenty of shows with people who don't have a credit that legit.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it, concise because I knew it wasn't like going up at the Comedy Store. So I was like, I'm not going to give this guy a fucking rap sheet. I'm like, yeah, just say I'm from the Jason Ellis Show.
Yeah.
And he pointed to you. He's like, so wait, your only credit is your friend? And I was like, all right, well, you can also say the Howard Stern Show too.
Yeah. That guy's an idiot.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the guy you're talking about, but there's like at the very kind of lowest levels of at least Hollywood comedy. I don't know how it is somewhere else. There's like just some really, really weird people. Like entry level comedy is more of like a mental illness.
Yeah.
In my experience.
Yeah, you're right. It's a real loser fest.
Some of the shittiest shows that I've done, it's like the person who's running this is not right.
Yeah.
Not right. Anybody could tell you.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't let your daughter date this guy at all. And not because he's a... We're talking to you once again today about BetterHelp. And this show I've been advocating for getting mental health help for a long, long time. We can't stress it enough. Come on. Even you probably know by now. 10 years ago, when somebody was like, hey, man, if you have a problem, go talk to somebody. You're like, even now, you're kind of like,
If you really
you're
like
running
this
out of
show,
excuses.
you need better help.
It's true. BetterHelp could not make it easier or more affordable for you to get maybe not the help that you need, bro. I know you're going to be fine, but the help all of us could use from time to time. It's convenient, accessible, affordable, and entirely online.
When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/Ellis today and get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/Ellis.
We here at the Jason Ellis Show like to give you some laughs and every now and then sprinkle in some pointers too. And
Anal. I like to give my listeners anal.
yeah.
But I won't give you anal unless you've got a clean butt. And that's where AG1 kicks in. Sorry.
If you're looking to make your life a little bit healthier, maybe get a little bit of extra energy, help your brain stay a little bit sharper.
Yeah, or all the stuff Jason just said.
Yeah.
AG1's going to be like, man, we need to get more ads with Jason Ellis Show. That guy knows how to sell stuff.
It doesn't get easier than mixing a scoop of powder with some water and then drinking it.
And
I can't wait
then I butt fuck you.
till this episode goes up and Athletic Greens just sees this one day spike in sales. Like they have,
Wait a minute.
What is it, Black Friday? Nope.
Nah,
It's just the Jason Ellis Show talking about the one tasty scoop of AG1 that contains 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced ingredients, everything your body wants, nothing it doesn't, in a available form. If you have some other fancy green drink, there's a really good chance, my friend, that you are buying very expensive urine.
Lies.
When all of it goes right back out of you.
Stop buying lies.
Yep, buy Athletic Greens. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you an immune-supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D.
That'll make your hole even hotter.
And 5 free travel packs for when you're
when you're on the road with me.
That's right. With your first purchase, if you visit athleticgreens.com/JES today, again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/JES to take control of your health and give AG1 a try. Like a rapist or something, because he's insane.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Just seemed like he didn't like us. You know? I was like, what do you mean the Jason Ellis Show is not a good credit? I use it all the time.
Well, I even when I said to him, I'm like, all right, well, I was also on the Howard Stern Show.
Right,
He was like, oh, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking.
Yeah, he said that about when he said you went past the time. He put, I'm just joking on the end of it. And I was like, oh. And then I'm like, wait, no, you're not. But then just saying, you've seen him on the Howard Stern Show. It's like everyone came here. They know you're on the Jason Ellis Show. What the fuck are you talking about? It was just such a weird, it was like he'd never been on this show before. It was just like at one time he did work on the Howard Stern Show. So that's his credit. It was just, like, good for you, dude. You've figured out a way to make that stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen, when I've gone to comedy shows before, I've seen, people get introduced with like 3 or 4 credits. So my opener, I talk about when I was on Fail Army. And when I wrote it, I was like, okay, I can tell whoever's introducing me when they want my credits. I'll be like, the Jason Ellis Show, Howard Stern Show, and Fail Army. And then I can just jump right into it.
Yeah.
But like after seeing how last night was going, I was like, yeah, all right, maybe I'll keep the credits simple and I can easily alter my opener to just say like, yeah, I was on Fail Army.
Right.
One time I introduced a comic and I was like such like a busy beaver, like eager beaver host that I was doing homework on all the comics that were on the bill. And it turned out there were 2 comics with the same name and we had the far less successful of the 2.
No.
Oh,
So
no.
I gave all his credits and he's like, yeah, that's a different person with the same name as me. Cool.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah, I feel
Whatever.
like aren't the laws? Don't you have to like go by Michael J. Fox now? If
I
there's
know,
a more
right.
successful you.
Yeah, if you're going to make films, you do. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Like on IMDb, there's another Kevin Kraft,
Right.
and he was in like Dunstan Checks In, that fucking monkey movie,
Right.
and that's it. So if I ever do any like film credits, like if I ever sell a screenplay, I'd probably have to go by Kevin J. Kraft,
Oh, okay.
or I could just throw a really funny joke in there and be Kevin K. Kraft.
Yeah.
Ah.
Don't do that. It doesn't sound that bad, Kevin J. Kraft.
No, it sounds like I write self-help novels.
Okay. Now it sounds bad.
No.
I don't like those guys.
So where do you go from here? Are you
Yeah.
going to get up again before the show? And
I would really like to.
sure. Easier said than done.
I know.
Hmm.
Well, Dustin Ibarra was at the show last night, and he's like, I got to get you up at some of the things that I host.
Oh, cool.
I was like,
well, there you
yeah, let's fucking do it.
There you go.
Because I would like to get up a couple more times before our show, September 7th.
It will help.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even just saying that again made me like lose my breath and start sweating.
But it will make that night way more pleasurable
Sure.
because there'll be way less nerves.
And I want to, I care about putting on a good show for people. It's like, the show's definitely better when you can't tell the guy's obviously fucking nervous up there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you could. I think if you ask people that watch it, I think they would all say that you did good, especially for first time. Did really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard to tell because, I also had some friends in the audience and they were like, oh, you were fucking great, man. And I'm pretty sure if I walked up there and I was like, hi, and pissed my pants and ran away crying, they'd be like, oh, that was good, man. That was a good attempt.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would have. I met one of your friends last night. I reckon he'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
you pissed your pants. He didn't seem like he was going to lie.
You seem like a guy whose friends would be assholes.
Yeah. Not assholes, just definitely wouldn't be like, oh, dude, that was totally fun. Don't worry about pissing your pants and leaving. That they would have been like, why would you do that?
And I was thinking about it too, right before going up. I was like, all right, this can go one or two ways. I do okay, or I eat a shit sandwich. Either way is good.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I do good, all right, cool. Maybe I can do more of this.
Yeah.
And if I eat a shit sandwich, it's like, all right, tomorrow's podcast is going to be awesome.
Yep. That's how I saw it. But you did really well.
Thank
There's
you.
not really any jokes to make about how bad you did or you choked at one point. You didn't do anything like that.
So we did a Patreon show recently with Ben Glebe, and he was intent on getting my opener out of me on the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Do you think I made the right call by keeping that in my pocket?
No.
Like, I don't know if that would have done well, just like, oh, yeah, here's my opener.
It wouldn't have done well. I don't think anybody can do, it's more of a story. So it's not like a, da-dum-psh thing.
Yeah.
It's more of a story. So it's not going to, I think if you had said it, he would have gone, yeah, cool. Maybe try this or something, like try to make it, refine it for you or something. If anything,
Yeah.
more, just be like, yeah, it's not bad. Because it wasn't. It's not really, him saying you need a joke in the first 30 seconds, that was like a lot of pressure. Like you need to come up confident and get the crowd to kind of like you. And then, you get into your stuff. I felt like that's what you did. Came up confident, came up excited, grabbed the mic like, hey, and like he got into it. From the start, I was like, there you go. Not a problem with any of it. I don't have anything to say about what you should do. Just keep doing that. That was great.
Well,
Cool.
if we're not going to make fun of Kevin, perhaps we could make fun of Vince Neil.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not having a good time.
He might be, though.
He might be thinking it's completely different than what everybody else thinks.
Well, I think it all depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to make as much money as possible with zero regard for the product that you're putting out,
Oh, yeah.
I think Vince is on fire.
Okay. But what
That's-
about what he looks like? Do you think he cares?
Do you think that there are
Wow. Sorry.
Do you think that there are enough people in his orbit, enough women in his orbit who are still like, oh, hi, Vince.
No way.
You don't think so? Nobody.
No.
You don't think anybody wants to fuck Vince Neil?
No.
I think a lot of women that look like Vince Neil probably want to fuck Vince Neil.
Well, that's for
How
sure.
would their genitals touch if they were the same shape
Yes.
as Vince Neil?
Okay, I'll start in this corner.
Yeah.
You start in the other. We'll
Just
run
running
and
backwards. Yeah, like how that.
It's do that Blades of Glory thing where they charge at each
Yeah.
other in the ice and slide and
I
land
don't
with
even
a
think
scissor.
it hits then. That gut is in the way of everything. Such a weird trolley body he's got. And then to know that, he was a singer. He was never a good singer. He was just really hot. It's got to be a weird thing to be really hot and then to be really pudding pied.
Yeah.
His face, he's got a fat gut in his chin.
Yeah.
He's got a big gut and then his face is dropped. It's very melted ice cream.
It's kind of got a fat nose.
Yeah.
It really takes some
He's
doing.
got guts everywhere.
Yeah, they're talking about making like a live action Pac-Man movie. He could be the perfect choice to play
Yeah.
Pac-Man. He's just like a round ball with limbs sticking out of it.
He just looks like he's about to pop. It just looks like he's not a very big guy and his body's just being forced to be so fat for how big he is. And his gut's just like, it's got to be so hard.
Yeah.
His
So Vince
stomach's
Neil,
so dense.
He's a lead singer of Motley Crue, and they supposedly
He
retired.
also brings kids presents at Christmas.
if you're good, yeah.
If you're good, obviously.
I feel like such a sucker. That was like the first band I got really into. I believed them when they said that they were retiring, and Fat Vince Neil
You
was
went
out
for that,
there
huh?
at the Staples Center. I thought I had some inside information. A friend of ours gave me some very good intel.
You
That turned out to
hairdresser?
be that turned out to be very, very bad intel. A man named Schwill Flendarvis told me
right.
something
Yeah.
that led me to believe that the Motley Crue.
And you can never trust Phil or whatever the fuck you just said. Phil. Phil Winbendavis.
That when they broke up, they were really breaking up. And I literally, my eyes teared up when I watched Vince Neil, fat, portly Vince Neil, dressed up like Theater of Pain, Home Sweet Home Vince Neil with like the pastel scarves and stuff, fumble poorly through Home Sweet Home one last time at the Staples Center, their home arena. And then like 2 days later, he was out on tour just going, he the one to make it. And I happened to see one of those shows live. And
Yeah.
I heard that the reason why the Crew got back together is because they're like, well, Vince is just out on the road driving our catalog into the ground. We may as well get some money from this.
Wait, Vince,
Motley Crue retired forever, and Vince launched a solo tour like 3 days later.
where he's doing Motley Crue songs.
Nothing but. That's all he's got. He only had one solo minor hit.
So he just kept doing
He
it.
never stopped.
The worst part of the band kept going.
Yes. I saw him.
Because he's still the singer and nobody can help him there. So that means that band
Mhm.
had no singer with nobody from Motley Crue playing the music.
What?
If Vince Neil's the singer and
Yeah.
nobody in his band is from Motley Crue,
Yes,
he's not really singing the song and the band isn't the band.
that's right. His
So-
band is, you remember Slaughter?
Yeah.
His band is Slaughter.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Slaughter would often be the opening act,
Yeah.
and they would just change singers, and then Vince would come out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to that.
No, it's pretty bad. It was
Yeah.
not good at all. And then they're out on their tour, which was delayed for a couple of years with Def Leppard and Poison, and the early reviews have been very unkind, to put it mildly. And then longtime listeners, Moron Bros radio show, who communicated, I think, with all of us on Instagram, sent me this link.
Oh, no way. Jason Ellis talking about Blue Tube. I don't know about these guys, but I took one last night. I got a concussion, feeling tired, and I did stand up and I was pretty tapped out. But then, I organized some hot, can you say butt fucking in a Blue Chew ad?
You just did?
Yeah. Well, and I needed that extra boost, and I got it within minutes, and there I was,
Like a pro.
butt fucking champion. Thanks, Blue Chew.
Like a GD weather vane it
These
was.
are good reads. I like these reads.
Blue Chew is simple. It's discreet.
Yeah, it comes in a little envelope, Michael. It's pretty, no one even knows.
It's the most exciting mail you're going to get this week until Jason shows up.
Yeah, then it's going to get real exciting.
And guys, here's a special deal. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Ellis at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's pretty cheap boners if you ask me. BlueChew.com, promo code Ellis to receive your first month free. The DLC loan approval machine commercial starring Vince Neil.
Right. And this is the camera angle that they use. So they're using, because I don't think Vince can say all these words, even if he was to read it. So
he would just hold the mic out to the crowd for half of it.
He's just driving a Zamboni.
I mean, he doesn't look that bad right there, but when it gets to his front,
yeah,
he is just a pudding pie of a man.
Yeah, I've never seen a Zamboni drive a Zamboni.
Yeah, he's just like such a garden gnome. These are all the words that he couldn't read.
No hidden fees. And you
Yeah.
got the bimbo scientists.
so he's driving the Zamboni, which doubles as a loan application app.
Yeah,
Now, does everybody need to ride the Zamboni to find out if they can get $500?
look at him. He has got a fat nose.
Yeah, he's got a pig nose.
Oh, man.
Like full body is not a good idea.
It's also kind of depressing that he has to be like, yeah, I got a loan. It's like, you're fucking Vince Neil.
Yeah.
You don't need a loan.
It's pretty impressive that he can hold the steering wheel while sitting up.
It looked
He's
like
pumping his fist.
he was pumping his fist, and it looked like there was sort of a chain reaction where every time he pumped the fist, he threw his whole ass backwards. And when you have that much wobble on the tricep,
Yeah.
you probably want to maybe just stick to holding your finger
Yeah.
up to your ear.
Yeah, he's got lunch lady arms. He can just throw horns.
Just please.
Might be time to put a sleeve on,
Maybe.
you know?
Might
Like
be time
cover
for-
everything, dude.
Yeah, sew the sleeves back onto your shirts. Please.
Yeah.
Kids are wearing a lot of balaclavas these days. Maybe check that out too.
Yeah.
Maybe grow a beard so you can pretend that that's not your chin.
See if somebody can let those old leather jackets out a bit and throw those back on.
It just seems so weird to want to be that fat and to want to rock. Yeah. It's like if you really want to rock that bad and keep doing shows, it's not that hard. You know, just don't eat. I mean, it's probably drinking, right?
Mhm.
He's got a bit of a Danzig thing
Yeah.
where the belly's just like something's upset in there. Maybe he eats a lot of meat.
He probably eats at his own restaurant a lot.
Kevin and I went to his off-strip Las Vegas restaurant.
Holy fucking shit.
Wait, he owns a restaurant.
It's got his name on
It's
it.
got his name on it. I think he owns it about as much as he owns that Zamboni.
I was going to
but-
say, yeah.
It's called like Vince Neil's cheese trough or some shit like that.
Yeah, they probably gave him a trough of cheese to put his name on it. Fucking
They did the old trick. Where
Yeah.
They had a piece of paper that was like,
Yeah.
I will give you 1 million pounds of cheese.
Yeah.
And he signed it. And then he
Yeah.
walked away and they ripped off the top sheet. And it actually said, now your name is on Vince Neil's Las Vegas cheese
Right.
trough.
And he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know yet because he's still eating that trough of cheese.
Yeah, his blood type is Belvita.
Yeah, yeah. God damn. What's his rider look like now? Like it used to be. Well, probably it's still all the alcohol, but now it's just like massive amounts of cheese. He just needs like super giant blocks of cheese, and he like in between songs he goes over and just munches a block.
He used to run off during the guitar solo
Yeah.
and do lines.
Yeah, instead of lines, it's just fucking cakes of cheese.
Just
just
lines of Parmesan.
They just have a line of like 10 shots of nacho cheese.
I see him being a what are the little burgers?
A slider?
Yeah, I see him just like pouring sliders down like
Yeah.
they're going out of fashion. I could see him just being a slider holic.
Yeah.
He's like if a rock and roll meatball came to life.
Yeah. Yeah, if meatballs could rock, they'd be Vince Neil. Yeah. It's a good point. Yeah, what happened?
Oh my goodness.
Why do you do that to yourself?
Well, it's 2022 and Vince Neil is still making money.
Yeah.
At least he's got that.
And there's that. Yeah, good point.
Say that for Limp Bizkit.
They're making money?
Well, they're at least like running a tight ship. Like I think if you go see Limp Bizkit, who I would consider sort of the musical heirs to Motley Crue, 10 years later, like Fred's not super fat, like his pants fit.
Yeah.
I think he can still go, come on,
Yeah, no. I think
at
you're
will,
right. Yeah.
which is all we're asking from Vince.
Yeah.
And he refuses. It's not that he can't do it. That I feel bad for. I honestly feel genuinely bad for singers. Like I took my kids to go see Aha because they love the song "Take on Me."
Yeah.
And like, where would
He can't sing that
He
now.
can. He can,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay.
He's got to do it real soft. He's got to really stand there and get himself ready for it. But he can do it. And can you imagine the sort of torture it would be where it's like you can either stay home and nobody knows that you're Aha and get a regular job, or you can go out on the road and get treated like a rock star and they give you good money and then bum everybody out at the end of the set every single night. Like, because a lot of guys wrote songs that they could sing when they were 22 and now they're 52. It's not that he can't do it. I don't really get bummed at a singer who can't do it. It's that he won't try.
Yeah.
He won't even give it a habit. Because I think he could.
He can get in shape.
Like,
he can get in shape.
If I could do it, he could do it.
You could do singing lessons.
And he swore.
That's right.
As soon as they announced the tour,
He had to get in
people
shape.
were like,
Did he sign some deal?
I thought so. And then it got put off for a couple of years.
Yeah, he put it off all right.
He did. He put it
Was
down.
it Motley Crue or Poison that held a press conference to sign documents declaring that this is their final tour?
It's the Crew.
And then they toured again.
They're just a new Kiss. Every fucking page.
Did Kiss ever retire though?
I think Kiss have retired many times.
Oh, okay.
I think every page in the Motley Crue playbook ultimately was just Nikki Sixx trying to be Gene Simmons.
Oh wow.
I think it's that simple.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Ozzy's guilty too. That's the thing. If you like somebody, then you'll like laugh at shit that you criticize other people for. Ozzy's been unretired. Ozzy's retirement has lasted longer than his actual career did. I'm not even exaggerating.
I just feel like with him, it's less his decision and more his wife's.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong,
Right.
but I just feel they just seem like this dynamic where she just cracks whips and he just slaves it out.
There might be that. And also, like, we don't know these people. We just kind of imagine that we know them. If Ozzy retires and unretires, I'm inclined to believe he meant it at the time and then got bored at home and changed his mind. When Motley Crue does it, I'm like, you guys, you just knew that continuing to go around the country was you were seeing diminishing returns.
Yeah.
So you go, oh, we'll tell him this one's the last one. And then everyone will come out and then we'll just fucking keep doing it.
All right.
You know? I don't know if the Stones done that. Or is it just everybody assumed that every time is the last time for the last 20 years?
I thought they said that this was their last tour a few times,
Yeah.
but I don't know for sure. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna die on stage.
They should at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only really two of them left.
Yep. Which one dies and they keep going? Mick Jagger, if they die, it's over. But he can't go out with the other guy either, right?
I don't think either of them
Keith Richards dies, it's over, right?
I don't think either of them would stop touring. I just think it has to become, if Keith is dead, now it's
solo
Mick Jagger.
Right.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing this last Ellis Mania with no intention to do another one or to sell it out because I said it's the last one. It's the last one.
And I believe you. And if 10 years from now it turns out that there's another one, I know that this wasn't some brilliant masterminded plan.
Yeah, nah.
That's the difference.
Yeah. No one expects it. 10 years, we're back at 60. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm done with it all.
Did you, let's see, animals attacking, animals getting high. Did you see the bear that got high?
Yeah, no, but Katie told me about it last night.
In Turkey?
Yeah, on some honey or something.
It's what they do. Mad Honey, which I feel like was like 3 grunge bands.
Yeah.
The bear was found passed out after overindulging on, I never know how to say, rhododendron.
Oh, rhododendron. Yep.
Rhododendron.
Which is in honey.
No, the honey is made from rhododendron.
Rhododendron is like a flowering bush.
Ah. Oh my God.
I think those guys were big in the 80s.
So if we ate this like rhododendron honey, would we get fucked up?
I think you got to be a bear.
Oh, man.
I think we might.
Ooh, we should get some. Trip balls.
There's some big drug. It's a new drug sweeping the nation. Not this one.
I want
other
it.
nations. Yeah, it's like some nut you chew in like Indonesia and shit, and your fucking mouth goes all red.
Yeah,
and it's the most addictive thing out there. And Indo and all these other countries, everybody chews the shit out of it. Even kids chew it.
Oh,
yeah. And they spit it out. It's like, and their mouth's all stained red. So if you ever see anyone stained red mouth,
yeah,
so I've seen that in Thailand a few times. I may or may not have met a massage person that had a red mouth. And I was like, what is that? now I know.
Chewing some nuts.
Yeah.
Chewing some weird nut shit, and I think they put some sort of other thing in to combine, and they just chew it up in their mouths and get red mouth,
Yeah.
and it gives them they feel confident and energized and,
Super massage powers.
and addicted. Yes,
Nice.
addicted to sucking dick for money.
It's like super cocaine.
I don't know if it's that hard because kids do it and old people do it.
And it's legal.
Well, it just grows on trees where they are.
But I mean, are they like discouraged from it? It's like, hey, everybody,
No, it seems
avoid
like
these beans.
seems like everybody does it. In certain countries, the whole fucking country's chewing it.
Fuck.
That's what it seemed like. I can't remember which country it was really going off right now, but they were saying that a lot of countries are doing it, but one in particular, every single person is doing it.
You're talking about, I don't know if it's betel nut or betel nut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want
Yeah,
to chew
because the
that.
locals call it something else,
Yeah.
like better or some shit.
Once reserved for sacred events, for example, now almost half of Papua New Guineans
There you
chew
go.
it. It's common.
Love that place. I've
for-
been there. You ever been there?
Papua New Guinea?
Yeah,
Can't say I have.
yeah, I've been there. It's near Australia. That's
Oh, I
went-
see.
My dad took us there, and my brother, well, Lee was little baby Stevie wasn't alive yet, and everybody, all the kids, all the Papua New Guinea kids wanted to touch Lee's skin because he was so white. And I remember Lee was like freaked out because he was little, and all these little black kids were touching him, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Ugh," and I was just like-
pretty
I was
sure
like-
this is racist.
I was like, wow, why are these kids touching him like that? And then they told somebody, because they never seen anybody with such white skin. They were like, look at this guy. What does he feel like? They
Yeah.
were trying to touch his skin.
Make no mistake, the world has gotten a lot better in the last 30, 40, 50 years. Still a lot of work to be done. Nobody's debating that. But did I tell you guys, I recently learned that one of my elderly relatives, like I knew her, she
Yeah.
was old when I was little, was under the impression that if you touched a black person, it would rub off on you.
Mm.
wow.
And then you would turn black.
I think just that part of you would be.
Ah.
Like you get smudged.
Well,
So does she also think that you could wipe off a black person and they would turn white?
No, I think it's probably like it's all, you just rub them down to the bone.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've known this person. She was like a totally normal lady. She'd like make you a cup of tea, give you a Coke. Like she was a total functional member of
you think
society.
she actually believed that?
I'm led to believe.
Yeah, my stepmom never met a black person. I think she might have now, hopefully, but she said one time when I was listening to Gravediggers, she said, are those Negroes on that song? And I was like, man, that's not what you say. And I could tell she was like,
Totally innocent.
isn't it? I'm like, no, that's not a good one. So they're black people.
How strong is this betel nut, which is known locally as buai?
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Consumed with a mustard stick dipped in slaked lime powder.
Mhm.
I know all those words. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Yeah, they got white powder and they put it in with the red nut and they chew it up and their mouth's full of red shit.
But how bad is it? Because like if
I don't know.
if I like caffeine is a drug, you know, and everybody like there was a time when everybody smoked cigarettes in America, and kids as young as 6 smoked cigarettes all day, every day, right?
Katie has a photo of a guy that's kind of making it look like it gets you real high, but I think they're just showing you how red their mouths get.
Oh my God. It's like 28 days later.
Yeah,
Horrifying.
that's not a good look. Some of them just politely chew it with their mouths closed, though. So it's not that crazy.
Yeah, that looks like a press photo for like a Papua New Guinea death metal band.
But I think it definitely stains the mouth. And
Yeah,
if you do
right.
it every day,
Mhm.
then you kind of just have a red mouth.
Right.
Or teeth like this.
Oh.
Yeah. But again, cigarettes did a lot of that same shit.
Yep.
Tea, not quite the same, but
Yeah, honestly, Michael, the video I saw, it didn't see anybody with their eyes rolling back in their head. They were kind of coherent, but I guess it was taking an edge off of sorts.
yeah, right.
The only thing that they just kept saying it was the most addicting drug on the planet. Like once you're in, you're not getting out kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's super addicting and it doesn't destroy you. I don't know.
Once again,
It didn't seem that bad.
that's cigarettes.
Yeah, like can
Yeah,
you chew that shit on your way to work and just
Fuck
like,
yeah.
function?
They're all working on it.
Oh.
They're all like at work and spitting it out while they're, weaving baskets and doing whatever it is they do.
So it doesn't
Right.
like turn you into a junkie.
Well, no,
You're just
it does. It seems like they do it and they operate their lives still. So It's still a junkie.
Yeah, once again, do you consider somebody who smokes 2 packs a day a junkie?
Right.
Because they are.
Yeah.
But they're not, because they can still function and have a job and pay some bills.
If anything, I think they function better.
Right. Well, right. Where's the places that Coke comes from? A lot of people there just like chew the coca leaves.
I think it's probably similar to that.
Right. I think they're just like whistle while you work.
Oh man, so that means somebody is going to get a hold of these nuts and turn it into like these nuts and like turn it into the cocaine of the cocoa leaf.
Oh.
Someone's going to fuck this up.
They've got to package it in a different way for us because we don't want to have red mouth and spit everywhere.
Yeah.
So if they had it in like a pill form
Yeah.
or something like that, then we'd probably be a part of it too.
Wonder if it could be done, why it hasn't been done yet. Because wasn't that the deal with Red Bull, right? Is that was like some traditional countries, I don't want to say the exact energy drink, but like the active ingredient. I don't know if it's taurine or something.
Yeah.
And there was like, it was something like there was a bunch of taxi drivers in London who all drank that shit because they all drank it back where they originally came from in like Sri Lanka, and somebody connected the dots, and that's how Red Bull was born. Like Red Bull's caffeine plus something that's like a betel nut, like a coca leaf kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's kind of amazing to me that there's a viable stimulant out there that they haven't repackaged. Like I'm frankly kind of disappointed.
Yeah, we should be getting high off it as well.
I should at least have the option.
It's like Kratom. People had Kratom,
Yeah.
and then you figured out a way to bottle it and give it to us.
Mhm.
Where's my fucking Bua nut?
Right. Because
With
the
lime
Kratom
powder.
one, I think I understand. The story there, I think somebody told us this on the show, right? Is that some country could grow opium and Kratom, but opium was like more addictive and therefore a better cash crop. So at some point, the government there made everybody destroy all the Kratom trees and only grow opium.
Oh. Wow.
That's like the story of it.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to be side by side.
Oh.
I really wish some scientist would just get the formula and recreate Quaaludes.
I don't know if they're that good.
I always wanted to try them. But like, you know, when Quaaludes went extinct, I was too young to be doing drugs anyway.
Yeah. I don't think they're as good as what we have now.
I agree.
No.
I don't
If
think
you think about weed and then weed now, like I feel like that is like we've got Molly now.
Yeah, but
You didn't have Molly back then, right?
I'm also older, so maybe I could use a more chill hard drug.
I don't know if is a Quaalude mellow. I don't think it's mellow, dude. It's still taking like what is it like? Is it like a Xanax or something?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty pure sedative. Are Quaaludes Mother's Little Helper?
Sounds about right.
Right.
I know
it was
they
just-
looked fun in Wolf of Wall Street.
I thought it was just supposed to be the thing that, like, if you want to get real deep on it, that stay-at-home ladies, like back 1950s world, where it was like the guy's going to go to work, you just stay home and have kids and make meatloaves and be happy. And chicks were like, I'm not happy. There's more to me than this. And they're like, well, just take you got an anxiety issue.
Yeah.
It's not that you should be out being a functioning member of the world on equal footing with men. You have anxiety. So take these. And I think a lot of women started abusing them because
Because they're fun.
it just made them not bummed about being fucking bored
Yeah.
and spending all their time with 3-year-olds.
So a friend of mine posted a video the other day talking about how women need to prepare meals for their men when they get home. And another video where he was like, you know, guys, make sure your lady never has any less than half a tank of gas. So you go fill her car and bring her back to the house so she doesn't have to go to the gas station. I was like,
What?
yeah.
Where's
I'm not going to say his name.
I just thought we were, I thought I knew that we were done with all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
shit that I just thought was like in the deep rear view
Yeah.
is just like to
It
me,
was weird.
it seems like it used to be the craziest person you met was into this or that kind of theory. And now all of a sudden, like a couple years ago, it became like the craziest person you went to high school with that you're still Facebook friends would
Yeah.
start posting. And you're like, wait, I actually know that guy. I know somebody who believes this shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like the fucking,
It's MMA.
the wilderness is moving in.
Yeah.
It's so
Certain
fucking,
side of things. So a UFC fighter on Tucker Carlson's show the other day talking about trans women in MMA, and they were like, you know, there's Fallon Fox over there breaking women's skulls. I'm like, she hasn't had a fight for 8 years, and you're acting like it's happened yesterday. And this UFC fighter is on there going, yeah, we got to put a stop to it. And I was like, I still don't know about women in MMA or, trans women in sports. Because I know that I'm not a scientist. I don't know everything. I have heard, I don't know for sure, because I didn't read it myself, that to be in the sport, they test your levels and you have to be lower than a normal female to be accepted into it. And also, Fallon Fox got beat, and then retired because she got beat by our friend Ashley Evans Smith beat her ass. So she never, it's just like this. It was presented as there's a bunch of dudes saying they're ladies and they're fucking they're killing women in MMA. And I'm like, there was one. I think there might be a couple now, but they're not winning. Like Amanda Nunes is killing people. And you get hit by her, that's harder than anybody that's ever been in MMA that's trans. We got to stop Amanda Nunes, or Cyborg. What's going on with her? Is that just natural, that jackness? Like, I don't know if that is. But we're okay with that. It just seemed like, and you're on Tucker Carlson's channel, so it's not coming from a good place. But it's the MMA community. They really are. I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but they're against equality. I don't know the movement. They don't like the movement. Like that. Make sure your wife makes food. What the fuck? That's such a crazy. Ladies, make sure you have a meal for your man when he gets home. Like, what if she has a job?
Yeah.
Like, what if he doesn't have a job? Like, why is it just go back to the way it was? It's like, if you go back to the way it was, it's like, you can't just tell a lady she needs to make the meal. That's like, you're just saying that everybody should be, but, women back in the kitchen and dudes, like, I don't know. It just seems backwards and they say it in a way where it doesn't seem harmful, but I don't see how that telling women to be back in the kitchen, how that's not, I'm not a woman, but if I was and I heard that, I'd be like, fucking you make the food, fuckface. Like, tell me I need to be in the fucking kitchen and don't tell me I need somebody to get me gas because I'm too useless to be at the gas station. Like, I'm just insulted by it.
It seems like people are so scared of things, threatened by things at the cutting edge of like evolving liberalism that they need to go all the way back to the beginning. It's like you're so threatened by somebody who wants to call themselves they, them instead of he or she that it's not enough for you to just go, no, sorry, bro. That's where I draw the line. Which I get. It's like a big new thing, and you don't expect that when there's a big new thing that everybody just fucking falls in line overnight. That's not the way this shit works. Yeah. But it's like you're so threatened by that, you need to go all the way back to the, like, I know where this all started. Guys, do we all know where this started? Fucking women wanted to get jobs. Yeah. And I can trace the line straight from that to fucking Ezra Miller and Demi Lovato. And it's like, can you? Can you really? Because you got hit in your head a lot, dude. Yeah. I don't think you can trace a whole lot of lines.
Yeah, it just seems like that if somebody wants to be so. Also, if you're a lady and you want to cook dinner for your man and you want him to go get gas, fine,
cool.
Just don't understand why we all should. Because I know that people out there with their vaginas and dicks, doesn't matter what you got between your legs. Some people want to do different. Some people want to live a different life, and if they don't live that life, they're not living their life, and they don't feel complete.
Yeah.
So let them live their life.
It's a little something I like to call freedom. Look it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
Let's see. Oh, so did we ever actually watch The Bear That's Fucked Up?
No.
In far more important.
Seriously. Because this is great.
In Turkey. I think they rescued him and were like, buddy, we got to get you off the street. You got to sleep this off.
Yeah, he could barely sit up straight.
Aw.
I'm just gonna let that sit there.
This is what I look like if I do a dab.
Or every now and then he snaps out of it for a second. Yeah, he's trashed.
Yeah. Looks like our Chihuahua when she got into the weed trees.
Oh, yeah. He's okay though, right?
Yeah. She got taken to a vet and whatever. Can't see its pussy from here, but she's fine.
She can go back to cooking and cleaning for her man bear.
What about
Elsewhere,
didn't a koala attack somebody?
Yes, as a matter of fact,
I've always wanted to see that.
in Queensland.
Yeah. They live there, Michael.
They do. It's their home, not yours.
Yeah. I always used to make up the story about drop bears. I would fall out of trees and eat people's faces. But I never seen an actual koala fight. One time I was threatened by a koala. He made a bunch of noises and he jumped down the tree, and but he did not come at us. But I'll tell you, if he had of, I was going to run. I wasn't going to be like, right, bear fight. He was fucking scary. He scared me.
Well,
His sound scared me, and he didn't even come at me.
Yeah, there's something about animals, right? Because like I'm afraid of animals. I don't think I match up well in a fight with an animal. Like if a guy my size is like stepping towards me and it's obvious he wants to fight, I think there's a good chance this is a bad fight for me. But you go down small enough, and like if a 4 foot tall man was like, "Let's go, bro, come on," I'm not really scared. Like I'm pretty sure I can handle that. But an animal that's more than 18 inches tall, I just assume it's not going to be worth it for me.
Yeah.
I'd rather I don't know what this is. I'd rather fight a 4 foot tall man than a 2 foot tall koala.
Yeah. I would have said the other, but you might be right.
I would
Is it
feel
because
bad
they
about
know
hitting a
no
koala.
boundaries, no rules, and that's intimidating? Like you know that he'll eat your genitals if given the chance?
I also, maybe it's like, I guess what it really is I assume that they have a little bit more of a Matrix time thing than I do.
Oh, yeah.
That while I'm kind of like flailing and flinching a little bit, he's like, right there is what I'm going to do this with.
Yeah. Oh, and they have claws, and we don't. So that helps to be intimidating. If I had little blades on my hands, if a 4 foot guy had little blades on his fingers,
That would be different.
right.
You're right. Yeah, you don't need to have pinpoint Anderson Silva striking. when
Because
you
the
have blades
koala
on your
does not
finger.
have Anderson Silva. I believe Anderson Silva could beat a koala.
Right, and our teeth are not as...
They're shit.
Yeah, right.
They're flat.
I'm
Wait,
assuming...
Koala have fangs?
They can't just have flat teeth like us. It looks weird when animals have human teeth. Always.
Never
Remember
seen
that
it.
crab that had the human teeth not that long ago? It looks odd.
Yeah.
They've always got like more pronounced canines.
I want to
at the very
see
least.
what
Yeah.
a koala's technique is to take out a human.
So I think this lady approaches a koala on the side of a highway.
Oh.
Think she's drunk?
Hello, little buddy.
Drunk
He's
on
just posted
stupidity.
up. Oh, whoa, he's going after her. Oh, damn.
Oh, she's down.
Wait, she fell over? That is so bad. Oh, who films?
Oh, who gives
What
up? That's
the
the best
fuck?
part. He was about to eat her face.
He's about to get the mount.
So unsatisfying.
Yeah.
I think she really, because I speak fluent, scared wimp.
Yeah.
She wasn't prepared for him to leap,
Yeah, no.
and
seems that way.
she panic fell
Yeah.
when he leapt.
I saw like for a quick blip that koala had this move like when he did the leap, he threw his arms out
Yeah.
to make himself bigger.
Yeah. He's going to grab her.
Yeah.
It's a tough fight for a koala. Pretty ballsy. Because you got to think, like, he doesn't know humans, and he's like, she's tall, you know?
Yeah, this lady's fucking annoying. I'm
It's
gonna
a
kick
tough
her
fight,
ass.
but he was prepared to do it. That's the other thing. When you fight a koala, they're fighting because it's their life on the line.
That's right.
And you're just like, you know, you're not about that life.
No.
Koalas are.
I don't know what ultimately became of that woman, but she probably just got scratched up pretty good. You may recall a number of years ago, some thieves broke into a zoo also in Queensland to try to steal a koala and trade it for weed.
Okay.
They had a deal arranged. You get the koala, I'll give you the weed.
It's a lot of weed.
Better be. And the koala became extremely vicious. The men were left with scratches and lacerations all over their body. So they just stole a 4-foot crocodile instead.
That was easier.
They gave up. Yeah. Which tells you something.
But you're also saying that they had scratches. They didn't have, like, they weren't, like, wounded in a way where they needed to go to hospital.
I don't think so. I don't know where you really draw the line between a scratch and a laceration.
Yeah.
But
Do koalas have teeth?
yeah.
What kind?
Oh, do you know what? They might have
Because they chew gum leaves.
flat-ish. Yeah, that chewing leaves is a
Yeah,
is
I
a
don't think they're fangs.
is a molar-y kind of. I'm just saying animals always have more pronounced, like we have the canines that are like our basic bitch fangs. Animals always have a little bit more of that than we do, or else it looks wrong. Unless I'm wrong. Oh, here we go.
Oh, they've got marsupial teeth.
Ew.
What's that mean?
They kind of look like Nosferatu. They just have two on the top, two on the bottom.
Oh, wow. That's not doing... Wait, he has one tooth. Has he got 4 teeth?
There's 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and then they have the little chewy guys, the molars.
So he pulls the leaf off with the front bit and then just uses his tongue to stick him back on the molar so he can work out the druggy goodness.
Yeah, he's not doing a lot of damage biting you, though.
It'll suck because that's kind of like what my sugar glider's teeth look like.
Yeah.
And if you catch them on the wrong day and they bite you real quick, you're bleeding.
Yeah.
And they're little guys.
But it's not made to kill.
No, but I still don't want to be bit.
He's still cute.
Even when he attacks, yeah.
Can they carry rabies?
They got herpes, right? But they got herpes that kills them, not us.
Chlamydia?
I think it was like super gonorrhea or something. Right?
I love how we're just sitting here
Dang.
defaming koalas.
Yeah. They
Are
fuck
you
a lot.
sure they all have super AIDS?
Yeah. Well, it is kind of super AIDS because they die from it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I Googled if koalas can have rabies, and they don't have rabies, so they can't give it to humans, but they can pass on a form of chlamydia if a
Yeah.
person comes in contact with koala urine. So their piss can pass on STDs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would get mixed up in koala pee, though.
Yeah,
pretty
if
low
you
to the
slipped
ground.
on a banana peel next to a puddle of koala piss.
Yeah.
Well, what if they just peed on you from the tree?
Yeah, but they don't. I don't think they do that.
Would they come down to pee every time? That
I think
doesn't sound
so.
like a lazy animal to me.
Sloths do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think it's one of the major benefits of living mostly in a tree where your food is. It's just pee off the side.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I don't know.
it's like taking a boat into shore to go to a bathroom when you could just pee into the
Yeah.
ocean.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen a koala go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Have you?
I
No.
don't believe I have.
Right?
My guess is their poop is rabbity. Like they poop pellets.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go.
Although-
I don't know.
They are marsupials, so they
Yeah.
probably have that coacula.
What's that mean?
It means they have like a poontang that their dick comes out of, and they shit out of it.
So
Enough doctors speak.
what kind of shit comes out, do you think? Like snot?
Maybe like wet logs.
So actual turds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they'd be actual turds. What is a bear shit like?
I guess it would look like a dog, like
Right.
clumpy and cylindrical.
That's what I thought.
It's not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
more of a pile.
like a cow poopy.
Yeah, a little bit more cow pie like.
All right.
It's a little sloppy looking.
Right.
Koalas pee in trees.
There you go. So you could get peed on.
Yeah. Get a little bit of that drip.
That'd
A
be a
little bit of
bummer,
that.
right?
Koalamidia.
Not only did you get pissed on, but you also got chlamydia from a koala. It's like a double whammy.
Koala midia.
What could be worse?
I went to Australia and all I got was koalamidia.
Yeah. I mean, you could just take a what do you call it? The pill? Is it curable?
Chlamydia, yeah.
No, koala.
I'm living proof.
Koala. Yeah, aren't we all? Have you had it?
No.
Oh, you must.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, highly recommend it.
Mhm.
I one time when I was younger, I went and visited this girl that I went to bing boing school with, and we dated. And I visited her in college, and we boned. And then 8 months later, she sent me an IM being like, "Hey, I just tested positive for chlamydia. You might want to go and get checked out."
8 months ago.
Yeah, but like I didn't know how things worked back then, so I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, I've got fucking chlamydia." So
you
I
go.
went, and I was like, "I want the works." I was like, give me an AIDS test."
Yeah.
And then my mom found out that I went and got an AIDS test, and she got mad at me.
Why?
She's like, "What are you doing? Why do you need AIDS tests?"
And what'd you say?
I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I thought you're supposed to. I thought that's like being responsible."
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that was just 90s shit. We were all so scared of that stuff. Yeah, I've done a bit in my stand-up about that. Like when my wife and I first started hooking up, I tested positive for chlamydia, but it was asymptomatic. So it was like, for all I know, I'd had it for a year. Like basically, we'll never know which one of us gave the other one
Oh, wow.
chlamydia. The guy literally said, he gave me, this was the urgent care by our old work where they just accused you of having gotten anything from promiscuous gay sex.
Yeah.
And so he for sure, I don't even remember. I was there for like flu symptoms, and he gave me antibiotics. And he goes, by the way, you got your chlamydia test. Your chlamydia test came back positive, which the antibiotics have already cured.
Yeah.
So he called me to let me know that it was in the past tense, but he said, yeah, you should let former partners know. And I took that to mean that since I had it and it was asymptomatic, I could have had it for a while. I don't know how long that shit can just lay there dormant.
Yeah, I think until you get antibiotics.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you never knew, like,
just giving everybody the clap.
yeah, and how long before it starts taking a toll on you?
Well, he said he's asymptomatic, so no.
I don't think it was ever going to do anything.
Because if you're not asymptomatic, 8 months you'd be fucking dead. You'd have no dick.
Right.
It kicks in pretty quick.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Because I've been symptomatic. Real fast. Burns when it pees, and then if you don't go by that day, next day is bad. Things come out of your dick.
Ew.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's got a smell to it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you thought bad things come out of your dick now.
Yeah.
Just
way worse. Yeah. And then if you let that go, when you pee, it is insanity.
So it's just like
Crippling.
progressively worse every day?
Yeah. I think if you let it go, you would just piss pus.
Oh.
It's like the very bottom of the cheese whiz canister.
Yeah, wow.
I think I
felt like I explained it, but good for you. Yes, if you know what we're talking about. There you
that's
go.
an appetizer at Vince Neil's cheese trough.
Do you think that if you put chlamydia pus in cheese, he would still eat it?
Yeah, he wouldn't know. He'd be like, ooh,
he
it's that
knew.
rare stinky kind.
If he knew.
Oh, if he knew?
Yeah, and he just really needed cheese.
He'd have to be jonesing pretty hard.
I think he joneses for cheese a lot. I think he has a sculptor of himself made of cheese every night, and he eats himself.
I think he has a fondue to dunk his cheese in.
Right. He should put himself in fondue. And
Motley fondue.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fontly do.
What about if somebody stole him, like a real hardcore fan,
Yeah.
stole him and put him in a fitness jail and then released him when he was tip-top shape, sober, and ready to go and be like, you're welcome.
No prison can hold him.
You think he'd still
You think Motley
manage to
Crue
get
has he
cheese?
tried that?
Right.
Yeah.
That guy cannot be stopped. He will get cheese no matter where you put him.
Shout at the deviled egg.
You put him on an island and he just digs his way down to the nearest cheese store. He'll just figure it out how to eat.
Dr. Feel Gouda.
How long before, if you starve him,
All right,
how
let's
long
do this.
before he starts eating himself? He might be like a bit of a vampire.
Hey, before we go, do you want to see a video from a listener?
Yeah.
We've got some characters who are going to be fighting in Ellis Mania,
Yeah, we do.
and they like to check in with us from time to time. So I don't know if we've heard much from Hulk Bogan.
Yeah, well, I follow him on Instagram, so I see some stuff.
Yeah, so Hulk Bogan sent us a little something something. Let me see if I can get this. All right, there we go.
Down, Undertaker. I've heard your threats against my life, and I'll have you know that Hulk Bogan fears no man, dead or alive.
Ooh.
I've got a pack of wolves that knows Hulk Bogan is their alpha, and I use my hand as a chew toy for monsters. I take my hot sauce through the eyes,
Some butt uppercut right to the eyeballs.
and I've begun training self-defense with the legendary Sensei Brian. April 8th, Ellis Mania. They're going to carry what's left of you out of the ring in a bucket, brother. Now for a demonstration of what's in store for you.
He's got some guns.
Yeah.
He looks like a porn you, Jason.
Thank you.
He just
shit.
power
Wow.
punched a dummy in the woods and
Guys,
it exploded.
Did he explode?
Yeah, he's gone.
Guys,
we need to find a new Hulk Hogan.
Guys, who is he fighting again? I don't think we should let that fight happen.
He just killed himself.
Man, that guy kicks ass.
Yeah, wow, that's a punch. Do that at Ellis Mania and the show will be over. Maybe they should be the main event because I didn't know one of them had exploding potential. But that's a hell of a punch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good fight. Probably won't
Dan
last long.
Undertaker's probably trembling right now. That I mean,
He's died
already
before.
dead.
Yeah.
I just realized, so it's fine. Holy shit. Yeah, I really am looking forward to seeing that fight now. Holy shit, that was good.
They really do make them tougher down under.
All right, everybody, check out our Patreon shows if you want more every week. We do 2 more every week at patreon.com/EllisMate. Love each other. Take care of yourselves. Don't die.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwear Wolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.